So to start, we're gonna cut 4 pieces of plywood. I'm using 1/2 inch. We're gonna do 2 that are 30 by 24, and then 2 that are 24 by 24 inches. Let's get those cut. Got 8 1x3s to 28 inches. I already marked them all. Let's go ahead and cut them. We have a miter saw. This would make it a lot easier. The video, I want to keep it simple, so we're just going to use the circular saw. There we go, got those. Now we're going to make the corners and the legs for the box here. We just want to line them up as good as possible here. And we're just going to use a brad nailer to tack them in place. And we'll just go down the line. And we'll do that to the other ones. We'll make all 4 of them here. It's easiest just to tack one side and then flip it over and then get the other side. As you can see, the nails like to shoot out the sides sometimes, so make sure your hand is not anywhere close. Now we got those. Now let's go get our plywood. Be mindful of kind of what side is the nicer looking side. You want to make sure you have that facing out. Let's have the wood propped up on some of these scrap pieces. And we'll put the corner on. You're going to want to line it up with one side. This is going to be the top, and then the bottom is going to have 4-inch leg on the bottom. Line it up whichever side you want to be the top. We'll line it up with that, and then we're just going to still use the brad nailer. Just go all the way down. We'll flip it around, do the other side. A piece, and we'll do the same thing. Now we're going to grab our longer pieces here, lay them down like this. We'll grab our longer piece, the best side looking out. We'll line it up on the one side. Let's brad nail that all the way down. The same thing on this side. I'll put the other side on top here. We'll line it up, nail this down. Now to measure the bottom piece, we're going to flip this down on top of a piece of plywood. Here you have it all lined up nice. Make sure it's square. So it's all squared up. Down inside the box here, we're just going to trace it all the way around. And then we can go ahead and cut that out. Now to secure the bottom, we're going to use some of these scrap pieces of 1x3. You're going to want to lay them in here. Want to sink them down about 1 inch from the bottom there. And we're just going to brad nail these in. And we'll just do 2 on each side and then 1 on the end. And you can go ahead and put the bottom piece on. Drop right inside there. Perfect. Then let's go ahead and brad nail that right to those 1x3s. We're back. It's the next day. I ran out of daylight. So let's get back to it. We got our bottom put in. I'm going to go ahead and trim out the top and the bottom here. We just want to measure the distance in the middle here. Mine's 27.5. Yours might be a little bit different depending on how wide your boards are. So just go ahead and measure the distance on the front and on the sides. I've got a 19.5 on the side here. I'm gonna go ahead and cut these, and I'm just gonna use the brad nailer again, nail them on. Let's get it done. And just like that, it looks so much cleaner. I like having it all framed in. Let's go ahead and do the top. So for the top, we're gonna use these cedar pickets. I have 2 that are 5.5 inches wide and 1 that is 3.5 inches wide. With this combo, it's gonna be a perfect fit. And these are both 6 foot long. Cut them to 33 inches long. So make sure you cut from the squared end. We're gonna need 4. So we're gonna cut this twice. So we'll have 4 of these and then 1 of the 3.5 inch wide ones. So now we have them all cut. We're just gonna lay them down here. You can organize these in whichever order you want. I'm gonna do the thinner one just in the back. Might also look nice if you had it in the center. You can do whatever you want. You can pick whatever side you want. So the side that's facing up now is what's gonna be the top. So you put the worst looking side down. So once you have them all lined up, we're going to grab our clamp. You could do it without the clamps, but clamps will make it easier. And we're just going to clamp each side. Forgot, you're going to want to put some scrap wood underneath to keep it elevated. We are going to use the brad nailer again. So now that we have that, we're going to measure it 25 and 10/16. So we're going to go ahead and cut 2 more boards. I'm just going to use the same 1x3s that I have. You can also use the 3.5 inch cedar boards if you want to do that as well. You will need to buy 1 more of those 6-foot ones. I'm going to put it right here, so we're going to measure and cut it, and we're just going to pin nail that on just like we did the other ones. I'd recommend at least 2 nails per board. It's like that, we got it complete. You can go ahead and add hinges to the back if you want, or however you want to attach it to the top. I'm just going to leave mine unattached for now. Might add hinges later, we'll see. But for now, I'm just going to leave it as is. I'm going to use it for a cold plunge. All my pump and filters and all that's going to go in here. So whatever you're going to use it for, you might need to put a hinge on the top. But let's get a walk around and see how it looks. I like how it turned out with the trim. I think it makes it look a lot nicer, having that top and bottom trim on there. Well, there you have it. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments if you like the build and if you want to make one yourself. And we'll catch you in the next video. Keep on doing it yourself.